they went by night and surrounded the city. Like an army came after Elisha, right? An army. He said horses and chariots and a strong force. Why? Because Elisha had to be taken care of. Something came against. Now look what happened, because we got one of two characters we can choose from. Like, we in this story somewhere, we need to decide in our hearts who we gonna be, right? When the servant of the man of God, not the servant of God, but the servant of the man of God. So you could be like the servant of the church you go to. Like, you serve in the church, but not necessarily your God, right? Like, you belong to a Lord, but not the Lord. Does that make sense? There is a distinct difference, because the man of God, he got peace. He understands. Like, he's surrounded with a hedge of protection. There ain't nothing getting through me that God don't allow. But the man that only serves a lesser, freaking out, because all he's seeing is the destruction and danger coming his way. It's the war that's about to happen. And he don't know if he's going to fight, if he's going to win, if he's going to do anything. He's scared to death. And this is Elisha's servant. Like a prophet of God, like that one that we elevate. This is his servant. He's watching Elisha do some miracles. I mean, Elisha did twice as much as Elijah, right? And yet this young man is scared to death. And we dare not be this young man. We dare to be like the prophet of God. We dare to be the man of God who knows his king. When the servant of the man of God got up and went out early the next morning, an army with horses and chariots had surrounded the city. "Oh no, my lord, what shall we do?" the servant asked. He wasn't talking to God, he was talking to Elisha. There's the problem right there. We're talking to too many people about too many problems. Go to your king. Go above those stations and go to your Lord. Have a relationship with him so that you might understand that he got you. You ain't got to depend on no man. You ain't got to depend on no woman. It ain't your job to take care of you. It ain't your church that saves you. It is your king. He got you through and through. You ain't got to go cry out to someone else. You can go cry out to your king by the way that he made through Jesus on that cross. That veil was torn. We get access to the Holy of Holies. Dare to use it. Quit crying to anybody and everybody that will listen. Cry to the one that wants to listen. Cry to your king, your Lord, your God, because look what happens. "Don't be afraid," the prophet answered. "Those who are with us are more than those who are with him." Shut up. You surrounded. Your God's got you hedged in. Quit your crying about it and understand that you serve a God, a King of kings, a Lord of lords. These ain't nothing. You surrounded by a mightier hedge than they could ever come against you. And Elisha prayed, "Open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see." See what? This hedge of protection that is upon us. Not just me, on us, right? Then the Lord opened the servant's eye, and he looked, and what he saw the hills full of horses and chariots and fire all around Elisha. Like when you walk with God, he got you. He surrounds you. He's for you and not against you. He got a hedge of protection around you. And I promise, ain't nothing getting through that unless God wants it so. Until he wants it so, you better walk in boldness. You better walk in confidence. And you better have a relationship with your God that you ain't got to go crying to no therapist. You ain't got to go crying to no man. You ain't got to go crying and begging an employer. You can go and talk to a king, a God. And you can know that he who is for you is greater than he who is against you. Like you can know that you know that you know that you got a hedge of protection around you. Why? Not because of anything you did, but because everything that Jesus did, that he bought you that right, that he gave you by his grace, a place in his Father's kingdom at his table, and now your spirit inside cries out, "Abba, Father." That's right, son. You are a son of the Most High, and Daddy got you.